Hello, this video is what I think about intelligence. My definition of what an intelligent person is, and it comes down to two facets. One is integration of knowledge, and the other is ability to share that knowledge. And I guess, and the third one is having a whole lot of knowledge in one subject. And having a whole lot of knowledge in one subject appears to be what in our society right now is what we consider to be intelligence. And the other two, integration of knowledge and ability to share that knowledge, as far as emotionally, as far as I'm concerned, is ignored. I've met lots of people who are like really good at something, or they have a job that pays a lot of money or whatever, and they have kind of like a weird job, and you ask them what they do and they can't tell you. Like it makes them uncomfortable to tell you, or they not have the ability to tell you. And I think people should strive to be able to explain what they do. I think that should be something that's regarded as intelligence, somebody who can explain their job, because it helps integrate the world, how their job fits into everything else, and how what they do, so they can explain it to you. And also the ability, and also integration of all the different subjects. Right now people can be really good at one subject, one science, and one field, and be regarded as intelligent, really very, very intelligent, make lots of money and all this great stuff, have all the respect and everything, but they don't have to know anything about anything else, and that does cause social problems, because a lot of sciences don't integrate, and a lot of sciences are wrong, and if they knew about other sciences, then they would change, they would tweak their own science, they'd be able to advance in their own science and find out what's real and what's true in their own science. For example, growing Earth theory. I, for one, believe that the Earth grows, and the oil comes from the sunshine, grows out of the Earth. But the status quo of scientists believe that oil comes from dead dinosaurs and plants, and that the Earth has been the same size since the beginning of time. And but the problem is that, number one, you can't. I don't think you can. I've only talked to one scientist about it, but you can't really bring the growing Earth theory up to those people, because they can't explain why they believe what they believe, and they don't have their science integrated. Like a geologist wouldn't know about biology and physiology to be able to understand that dinosaurs in this day and age can't grow that big, and fireflies and all those other animals just can't grow that big in this day and age with the gravity it is now. And and geologists aren't familiar with astrophysics and the idea of the ability of light to grow things, not only in this dimension, but in other dimensions, and high frequency light that can actually pass through rocks and this kind of stuff. So if you're really going to understand the concept of the growing Earth theory, you don't only want to know about geology, but also physiology and biology and astrophysics and all this other stuff. And I think if a scientist is going to go to school for geology or any of these other sciences, then they should know about all the other sciences as well. So you should be well-rounded. That's what intelligence is integrating everything. finding a place in it. Another example would be, say, somebody who's very politically powerful. They know about the inner workings of politics, and so they know how to get people to do stuff and get what they want, but they don't know anything else beyond that. So somebody could have very powerful, say like the Nazis. Those Nazis were smart. They knew how to manipulate society and use propaganda and all this stuff, but they didn't know anything about and they knew about eugenics and stuff, but they didn't know about um, the biology that we know now, and they didn't know about how just simple knowledge that we all know about now, that we're all genetically related, we're all one race, that that you can only improve the world through positivity and love, instead of killing people and doing all this other stuff. And let's say scientists, you'd have these scientists, these nuclear physicists, nuclear scientists, who in our society nowadays would be considered very, very intelligent because they know how to make nuclear bombs, yet they're making nuclear bombs for dangerous countries like North Korea and Pakistan and India that don't need nuclear bombs. So those people, are they really that intelligent? I would say no. If they're making bombs for those people, they're very good at this skill, but they're not super intelligent because they don't understand that bombs are bad, that we've got enough bombs. And even take it farther, I believe we couldn't even detonate those bombs in the first place, even if we wanted to. I think aliens will not allow us to, and they have not allowed us to. And I don't think that intelligence also, in this day and age, intelligence is kind of seen as being your ability to spit back information, like verbatim. When I was in school, it seemed like I'd go to school and then I'd like sit through some guy talking about something in some monotone voice until you get hypnotized and you fall asleep, and the next thing you know, they ask you to label things. You have to label what this is, like in biology, what this is, what that is. You have to get a multiple choice question, but you're never asked. I don't ever remember being asked what anything means, like how to tie anything together. Like a history class, they just ask you what date this happened, what date that happened, what this guy's name is, what that guy's name is, but they don't ask you the ramifications of this action and how this was caused by this other thing. Actually, that's what I think is intelligence. It's bringing it together and knowing how it happened and what caused what, and not just remembering words. So me in school, as far as school goes, I'm not intelligent. I'm really stupid. I usually was getting a 2 to 2.5 GPA. I've had dozens of D's, probably had 1 A or 2 A's in my whole life, because I can't manage to stay awake and then remember just numbers and stuff, and I can't ever redeem myself by actually attaching a meaning to anything, because that was never asked of us. So I think that we should kind of reevaluate what intelligence is. Intelligence is the ability to explain stuff, hear something and then explain it, instead of just give out numbers and dates and names and stuff, but actually attach a meaning. That is intelligence, attaching meaning and being well-rounded and knowing different things. So anyway, I'm out of time.